this is a video Skype call to Robert Pazukrat.
What?
Hello?
Hi there,
Hi.
Hi there, Robert. How are you?
Good. Good. Excited.
Good.
Yay.
Yay. We are too.
Sorry we got that time all mixed up.
That's what I thought too. I looked back at my email and I realized I was said, oh no, it was 8 o'clock your time, not my time.
Yeah, that's okay. We did another one right before you. But we fit you back in at a couple minutes late. We had to go smoke.
We're trying to quit, but yeah, it's so hard.
Well, I smoke too, but it's a hard habit.
It
especially
is.
Loved ones.
Yes, it definitely is. So, where are you from? Where do you live?
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Cool. Never been there, but I heard it's probably freezing there, right?
It's not too bad now. We had freezing rain a few days ago, but the snow's keeping down, so that's good.
That's good.
That's real good. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're trying to reach out to your grandmother and a few other people here, so we'll start out with.
We're gonna start out first with you saying that you agree that to be on YouTube. You agree that you're not getting paid for this.
Nope.
And what was the other one?
Let's see. That we're not paying you, you're not paying us, blah blah blah, that stuff like that.
It's okay to have your face on YouTube. You want your face on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Because some people request not to have their face, but I didn't think it was you. Okay. So if you agree with all that, she can get started. You agree with all that? Okay. All right.
Agree with everything. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. Well, let's get started. Let's reach out to. Okay.
You want to reach out mainly to your grandma first, right?
Well, I have my grandmother that just passed away on January 18th.
Yeah, I got her right here. She just passed away on Shirley's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shirley's birthday.
Yeah, I have them all down. You have a grandma. Now, your grandma on your dad's side that was 89, was she married to the grandpa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she ended up because they were married, and my biological grandfather passed away at 42.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was 38.
That's why she got a different last name.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused on the last name.
She ended up getting remarried.
I gotcha. That's when your dad was 7, right?
Yep, my dad was 7.
Okay.
And they had 14 kids.
Wow. That's a lot of kids. How many kids you got?
I have 3 girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 14's a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
3's a lot nowadays.
I know.
That's why I always told my grandma, I said, I gave her a nickname, and I'm hoping she'll come through tonight.
Yeah.
But,
hopefully.
She just, everything she went through her whole life, and, losing as many children as she did, and she lost both of her husbands before she passed away, and she lost a grandchild, and, she lived to be 89, and to me, she was my inspiration. She was my best friend.
Aww.
Didn't you say she lost her second husband the year after she married him?
No. They were married for a while.
Oh, okay.
But it was just, for a woman being 38 years old raising 14 kids is just amazing.
I can't even imagine. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm a grandma raising 3 kids.
Yeah.
And I've already raised 3 kids. It's tough. I can't imagine 14 kids.
Yeah.
I would end up in a sane asylum or something. I would.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if I could handle that. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and turn it on. And you want to start out asking some questions then? And always give at least,
like 30 seconds.
To a minute or so for a response.
In between. Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll cut out, when we do the video itself on YouTube, a lot of the in-between shit will be cut out, like the S word I just said. Some people take offense to that.
Who are we going to be talking to first?
Whoever you want.
What do you think? I want to talk to you.
Well, I know this Saturday we're meeting up, like my mom and her siblings and the grandchildren were all meeting up at my grandmother who just passed away.
Okay.
We're meeting up at the place on Saturday to go through her belongings. So I thought this is perfect timing because hopefully this will be on YouTube before Saturday so I can bring this to them. And if she comes through, I can maybe give some closure to her kids.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Let's try to make contact with her first then. You want to do that?
Okay.
Okay. Because we did one for somebody the other night. I don't know if you saw that one, but she had a loved one that had just passed a week ago and week before, and we made communication with him.
What was that grandma's name?
Alice.
Ellis?
Alice.
Oh.
Oh, Elise, like Elise?
Alice.
Alice? Oh, Alice. Okay.
Okay.
Alice, yep.
Oh, okay.
Alice in Wonderland. Come on through, Grandma Alice.
Yep, come on through, Grandma Alice.
And you can watch.
We're reaching out to Alice. We're reaching out to Alice, the grandmother of Robert. And I know that your grandson's trying to reach out to you right now, so Whoa, that was something. So go ahead and give him some messages. I know that...
What was that?
Wow, I don't know. Let me shut up for a minute.
Put that earbuds in. You might hear. Let us know what you hear.
The meter is going off.
It is? Alice, are you with us right now? Do you see who's on the computer screen?
Grandma, everybody just went to see you. They're feeling good up in heaven. You can give a response to let all your children know that you're okay, you're happy. On Saturday at your place, folks, to belonging.
Can you give your son, your grandson some messages, please?
The meter's going off like crazy.
Is it?
Alice, are you touching that meter?
Oh, it's really spicy up there.
She's probably here. How many spirits are in the room with us right now?
That's how I said too.
Can you say your grandson's name? What was your name? Can you tell us your name?
Grandma, was that you the other night when I was in the kitchen and my cupboard door opened and I shut it and it kept opening? Was that you that opened it? Let me know you were there.
That was me. That's what I just heard. That was me.
I thought it was because when it happened, I turned around and I shut it. And I turned back around to take my dinner and it opened again and I turned around and shut it and I said, Grandma, is that you? And I started chuckling.
Okay. Wow. Sound like I heard it. That was me. Are you happy over there on the other side, Alice?
Grandma, do you have a message for your children? So when they see this on Saturday, they can all have some closure? Taking this very hard.
did you get to see your children that passed? Are you with them now?
The children didn't. Oh, her children.
Was that her?
No, her children's alive.
Oh, her children. Oh, I'm getting it confused. I'm sorry.
Alice, your daughter really misses you. She's taking this really hard.
Can you give her a message, please, Alice?
That's my mom's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody else. It's not like it said it was that is right or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. Who else is here with Alice?
Oh.
Wow, I don't know. 9?
How many kids did Alice have?
I believe she had 9.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
8 or 9 kids, yeah.
Sometimes they'll give you numbers just for confirmation. We didn't even ask that question, I don't think.
No, we don't know it.
Yeah. I heard a 9 though. Any messages that you can give your family? They're still grieving the loss of you. Anything you want them to know? Now's the time to say it.
Will you be there on Saturday with us, Grandma?
It's great seeing you.
I will. I heard an I will.
Thank you, Grandma. I love you.
That's right. I just heard it. That's right.
Can you tell your grandson you love him?
Sorry, this is just emotional.
Oh, it's okay. I cry.
You got me crying, so it's
I know. I
okay.
can't look at you. I'll cry.
It's all right.
I cry easy, and it's okay to cry. It's part of the grieving process. It's okay, and everybody understands. Trust me. How old were you when you died, Grandma? Can you give us a number and tell us how old you were?
I don't like it at 86.
Yeah. Oh, something else came through and said, yep. Was she 86? Oh, wow. I was thinking she was 90 something. Write that down because I didn't even see that.
I didn't
What
know.
I thought I heard. I didn't know.
I didn't know how old she was.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Get goosebumps right now.
I know, me too. Yeah, I still do get goosebumps all the time, but I love doing this because I know how much comfort it can give somebody. You know, it's given me so much comfort talking to my son.
This is an awesome opportunity that you guys are doing for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
We've been talking about doing this for a while now, and you know.
It's hard. It's emotional. You know, because especially when things come through and you get excited and then we get excited. It's just emotional.
Yeah, that's why we're
Even
doing
though we
this.
didn't even know her.
your son has done a lot of amazing things on the other side for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. Thank you very much. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes, he has. And you know, I don't know if you heard. Go ahead.
I've watched all the EVPs that you've done for the one-on-one sessions with everybody. And it's just amazing what he has done to help people come through.
I know.
And you know, with you asking them, you know, to bring them to the back, show them how to do it.
Yes.
And amazing things come out of it. So
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, he has. He always knew that if something ever happened to him, he was going to be well known. He was psychic. Very psychic. He always said, if something happens to me, a lot of people in this world are going to know who I was. And I thought he was high or something was wrong. I'm like, what? Why? Why would you say, what makes you think? I'm thinking all kinds of other thoughts. Because I knew he had brain tumors and I knew he had some things going on. Let me turn this off for a second. I'll tell you. I knew he had a lot going on in his brain with the tumors and seizures and depression and anxiety, and he had a drug habit, which he kicked, and he had been free from drugs for almost 2 years, but then he turned to drinking. And with the brain tumors growing like they were and causing him so many issues, he just assumed he's probably going to die. Of course, I didn't want to think that, and I didn't want to believe that. I prayed about it all the time and tried to keep his hopes up, that, you can't think that way. And one night we were just sitting out front of our house smoking, and I remember him just kind of staring off, and I said, "You okay?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "If I don't make it, if I die," he goes, "the whole world's gonna know who the hell I was." And he just said it just like that, and I just like turned and looked at him like, what? As a mother, I'm like, what is going through his head? Because
what is he gonna do?
None of this even crossed my mind. I'm thinking crazy stuff. Like, what is he going to go out and do something crazy just so he gets shot by the police? I mean, I'm just thinking all these crazy thoughts. Now look what we're doing. We didn't know at the time we were going to be doing something like this.
We've been doing it for years, but we never thought we'd ever be YouTube in it.
Yeah. And it wasn't until after he died and I started making so much communication with him that we decided to go ahead and start officially doing it, because I had other people calling me all the time. Hey, I want to communicate with so-and-so, can you come do it for me? And I started recording it because a friend of mine said, well, if you got to record it, because if you're just listening to it, it's gone. You're not going to go back, and you can't go back and listen to it again. So always record, and you can hear it better if you record.
Yeah.
So, and you can, because we upload it to this program, and it's high definition, and you can really hear it with the headset on big time. You can hear everything. Sometimes I can't make things out, but...
And he's a great artist.
Yes.
I watched the one-on-one session with your daughter and I believe that was her daughter?
Yes, her little girl that... I
watched that session where you showed its artwork and...
Yes.
Everything. I mean, that is amazing.
I know. He was such an amazing artist. He had been for years, and I always try to get him to let's do something with this artwork. Let's try to, get something done with it. But he just went down the wrong road for a long time, and I worried about him constantly. I really thought drugs was going to take him. And for a long time, I just kept thinking, how am I going to prepare myself for the day someone knocks on my door and tells me he's dead? And then he got in trouble, went to jail for a little while, less than a year, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity for him to clean up. And he did. He got out, moved back in with me, because he didn't move back. His girlfriend had already lost the place they lived in. Moved back in with me and his kids, and he was fine for a long time, for at least 8-9 months. He was perfectly fine, and then he just started getting really depressed again because the brain tumors were getting worse, and he turned to alcohol. Now, I've had 3 psychics write me on YouTube, from YouTube, telling me pretty much the same...
From watching our videos.
From watching our video. The same messages, that he didn't mean to do it. He fell asleep. I don't know if you saw one of the messages that I got. But and what's weird about that is because that is the same thing he came to my daughter Heather and told her in a dream about a week after he died.
And that's what the paramedics
that his alcohol level was a 4.2. And him and I had argued earlier that night because he was wanting me to give him his Social Security card so he can go buy more liquor, and I wouldn't let him. He was mad at me, so we kind of bickered back and forth, and I was just trying to protect him, I didn't want to go see him. He was already drunk enough. And we lived on a busy road, and I didn't want him walking out in front of a car. And I just said, just go in there and lay down and go to sleep. And then at 3 in the morning, he was walking around the house and looking to see where everybody was, and it woke me up. So I'm like, what are you doing? Is everything okay? And he just acted kind of funny, And I kept asking him, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And I followed him around, and he was looking to see where everybody was. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm just looking to see where all the kids are at. And I sat up for probably a good hour after that. I couldn't even go back to sleep. I finally fell back asleep. But I sat there at the end of that hall, just staring down the hall. And I kept going down there and knocking. Are you okay? You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to go to, just leave me alone. I want to rest. Or something like, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He's something like that, but that was the last time I seen him. And the next morning I get a phone call from his girlfriend at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she says, have you seen Gary yet today? I said, no, I'm sleeping. Why? And she goes, I just woke up and I got a text message from him at 4 in the morning saying, I won't be alive when you wake up in the morning.
Oh.
And I just jumped up, threw the phone down, ran through the house, found a suicide note laying on the counter, and ran down the hall, couldn't get in his room, and my roommate Mike is the one that finally got into the room, but we had to go outside, go around to the window. When he looked in the window, I just seen the look on his face, and he started yelling, oh my God, Gary, no, oh my God. And I'm like, what is it, oh my God, what is it? And I ran to go to the window. He goes, no, don't go to the window, just call 911, and he took off running. Well, when he went running into the house, he was busted the whole door down. I made the mistake of looking through the window. And I made the mistake of looking through the window, and I went into shock. I hit the ground, and I don't remember hardly anything after that other than being inside on the living room floor with a cop. So there's like that gap where I don't remember what I did after that. It's like my brain just shut down.
Out.
Yes. And, but he started communicating right away with all of us, and especially my daughter, because she's gifted that way. And he came to her in a dream, and he said, he kind of walked her through step by step what he did that night. Even showed her stuff that I never even told her that happened. Like showing her how when I got up to go see what was going on and who tried to get in my door, and that I seen it was him, that he was in the bathroom. And that I seen the light on under the door, and I knew it was him. I never told her that. That he went to the refrigerator and got a drink. I never told her that part. These are little details that when I told her a little bit about what happened, I never told her all this stuff, but he came to her and told her. He walked her through what happened, and that he got a sheet and was just doing it because when he had been Baker acted a month before, someone did that where he was Baker acted at. So I think he was in his mind thinking, well, wow, wonder, maybe I should just end my life. Maybe I should, because he was so drunk and so depressed that I think he was just thinking of doing it. He wasn't going to follow through with it. But he tied himself up to the bunk bed and just sat on the edge of the bed. And while he was sitting on the edge of the bed, he passed out. And that's what he told my daughter. Because when we found him, he was sitting on the bed, but halfway off the bed, like he slid off. And his feet were out on the floor, spread it out on the floor. It was as if he just passed out in that position. And he may have been doing it to try to scare me. Maybe thinking, I'll just scare her, or because he's...
It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I think it's something he thought about, but I don't think... Because the Gary I knew wouldn't have done that. No, there's no way. He didn't even like going to the doctor, He didn't like... Everything scared him like that. He wasn't a scared person of any... He wasn't scared of people, but going to the doctor and getting anything done freaked him out. And death freaked him out. He was scared, he told me that. He was scared of dying. He says, but I do know there's a God, there's a heaven, and he knew a lot about that stuff. He went to church, here and there, and he was a good-hearted guy. He just got dealt a really hard hand in life, with everything he had going on, and but then to have this psychic write me and tell me pretty much the same thing, that he didn't mean to do it, that he fell asleep and he slid off the bed. I'm like, oh my God, this lady doesn't know me from Adam. I had 3 different people write me in the last, week, 2 weeks, and tell me the same thing, and this is the first time I think on YouTube, because this is going on YouTube, that I'm actually telling the whole story, like telling you. I don't know, I feel like I need to open up to you and tell you this. I don't know why, I'm just doing it, but, I did one video where I kind of told the story in the camper that time. That was a while back, but I can't remember. I suffer from PTSD now because of everything that happened, so my memory's been affected really bad, so I find myself repeating myself sometimes or forgetting things very easily. So if you see something and you say, oh, she already said that, it's just me. I can't, we call it.
I think it's Gary coming through, and it's easing your mind to open up about it.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is because, you know, he loved me. I know he did. Him and I were like this. We were extremely close.
He was a mama's boy.
He was a mama's boy. I mean, when he didn't live with me, he would always stop by or call every single day. If he went a day without calling me, I knew there was something wrong. I would get worried, and that night I'd call him, and he'd say, oh, I slept all day. You know, it's because I knew he was doing some stuff. This was back when he was on stuff, you know, on pills and stuff. But he never would miss a day calling me. And the last year of his life, he lived with me, and we did everything together. I couldn't even go to the grocery store without him saying, where are you going? I'm going to the grocery store. Oh, I'm coming with you. You know, I'm going to Bath and Body Works. I'm coming with you. And he'd sit there and sniff all the stuff, and hey, Mom, you should get this one, and you get this one. And actually, like 3 days before he died, we went. And he picked out a bunch of body lotions and stuff for me. I don't even have the heart to use them now. I have them, and I don't think I might use a little here and there, but I just want to keep them. I have them in a spot in my room where I just keep them right near his picture, because those are the ones he picked out for me. He said, you should get
the
these.
priceless moments.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, it's hard, and I know how much comfort this has given me. You know, this is what's motivating me to want to help other people. That's why we don't want to charge for it or anything like that. Yeah, we're putting it on YouTube, but, you know, we're not...
5 years we might get paid for YouTube.
Takes a long time. Takes a long time. Yeah, it's been almost a year now, but since we've been doing it, but...
June. It hasn't even been a year.
No, it's almost a year.
Oh.
But we haven't, you know, yeah, it takes a long time to make money on YouTube. But it's been,
months.
But you know what? We're not really even in it for that. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah.
We're doing this because we enjoy it. It's helping me.
Oh, it's definitely helping her. I had moved 1,100 miles to be back with her.
Yeah.
Just to help her. Because I lived in Maryland.
I was a basket case. She found me in the closet crying, sitting there next to his things. I mean, just many times. My daughter, too. My daughter found me. She thought, I had a minor stroke since this happened. In the hospital for 3 or 4 days. Just, I'm surprised I'm still sitting here. You know, I mean, I always said if something happened to one of my kids, I'm going to drop dead of a heart attack. And I really thought I was gonna. That day, the paramedics had to treat me because I was such a wreck. You know, I don't know what all they gave me, but whatever it was sedated me so bad that I was just like this, just like a zombie, just like that. I felt like I was dreaming, like this is not real. This is not happening. You know, when I finally snapped out of it, when I realized this is real, I couldn't do nothing but just cry. I cried for days. If it wasn't for her coming down from Maryland and helping me with the funeral arrangements, I don't know what I would have done. Because my daughter and I were falling apart.
I believe we're all brought together for a reason.
I believe so, too. Yeah.
And, you know, on YouTube, I actually got a recommendation for Omar's channel. Mm-hmm. So I started watching Omar's channel, and what brought me to your channel was the fan opening that one time.
Okay.
Where you guys were next to him. I think it was right after Christmas.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. We were at Omar's house when she gave him the "Oh my gosh" sign that she made.
The sign I made.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's where I found you guys.
Wow.
Okay.
So it was like everything just connected together, and there's a reason for everything in life. So
yeah, there definitely is. I truly believe that there is a reason.
And Omar is a down to earth. I mean, to me, he's the best YouTuber I watch.
Oh, he is. He's definitely the best YouTuber.
Just because, I mean, he's so down to earth, and I've watched a lot of other YouTubers, and, I'm not here to trash talk them, but, a lot of them are just, I don't know, they're not, they portray somebody else than who they really are.
Yes, and that's one thing that we have in common with Omar is we don't try to portray like we're somebody we're not. We're just going to be ourselves in front of the camera. We'll do goofy, silly things, whatever. But we're not going to try to act like somebody else, we're just going to be ourselves. And Omar's the same way. Yeah. Omar's who you see on camera is who he is. I mean,
he's a funny guy.
He's a
really
very funny guy. He really is. He makes me laugh quite a bit. He comes over, like the other day I pulled in my driveway and he pulled in behind me and I'm like, who the heck is this? And it was Omar and he had his truck and you got you got your Christmas tree? I'm going to burn your Christmas tree tonight. And he took my tree out of the yard. And then he took my grandson home with him. And then they went to the go-kart track. My grandson was with him. He picked up my grandson.
I watched that live stream of him burning the Christmas tree.
Yes, I was supposed to go there that night, but something else come up and I wasn't able to make it over there. But him and Boomer were there, and I was supposed to go over there.
And his brother showed up too?
I think Bobby so, yeah. Bobby did show up, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, he's got a nice piece of property now. It's really nice there. I love it.
I'm glad he's safe again.
Yeah,
I am too. I am too. And it's all fenced in like Fort Knox. There's nobody getting in there. And there's cameras all the way around it. And, you know, he's really protected now. So his house that he lived at was only like 2 blocks from me. 3 blocks maybe from my house. He was right around the corner. And we happened to meet one day at Spring Hill Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool how we met. Yeah.
I mean, it's such that people would even do that to people, you know, who I do, you know, go to their own personal house and, you know, just do anything. I mean, you know, that's their personal life. You know,
that's
you should
right.
let that be.
I know. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame that some people just, I don't know, don't have anything better to do, I guess. Yeah. Well, let's turn this back on and let's see, because let's see. Who do we got now?
All we have is other grandma.
Well, here, you wrote all this down. It's best if you do that because you're the one who wrote it down. I mean, if I write stuff down, I know you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
I know the meter's been spiking since we've been talking. I've been watching that too. So.
I'm trying to watch it, but we have a little dinky screen that we're in over here.
Yeah, I see that.
We're like in that little corner.
Okay, who are we reaching out to now?
Let's see if Alice has anything else to say.
Yeah, we'll see if she does.
Alice, are you still here?
I'm there too.
That might be Grandpa.
That might be Gary or Grandpa or something. Gary, are you here with us too?
He's got a Grandpa here.
Grandpa Bernard. Grandpa Bernard, are you here? Your grandson Robert would like to speak with you. He wants to hear from you.
My grandma and grandpa's running pictures of beautiful life. I never got the opportunity to have them obviously, but
Who's with us right now? Robert's got a few people here he's trying to communicate with tonight. Can you tell us who all's here? What about, yeah, Marion Smith. Whoa. Could you make that out?
No, I couldn't make that out.
We'll make it out later.
My grandma's grandson, I have a question for you, Emma. When I was at the grave site back in 2012, I was there for about 55 minutes talking with you and Grandpa. Right before I left, on the mother's grave was a bell. And it was that side, there was no air, no nothing. Right before I left, that bell rang. That you, Emma, said, Grandpa.
Was that you?
Really loud.
It is loud. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I'm sorry. It's just so loud. I want to be able to hear your voice and this, you know. Okay, there we go. What? Can you hear it now?
You can hear it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we want to be able to hear your voice. I want the camera to pick up you talking and that. It'll pick that up for sure.
Can you hear it?
I think I just heard an I'm here.
Was that you, Grandma and Grandpa, that rang that bell? Let me know you were there.
Marion, what was your nickname that your grandson gave you?
Energizer Bunny?
that's what it is, but I don't know if that's what that's at. I don't know.
Oh my God, that's what it sounded like. Is that what?
Wow, no way.
You got that written down there?
Right there.
Yep. It said yep. Oh my God. It sounded like Energizer Bunny. Is that what you called her?
Yeah.
And she called you?
Yeah. No, I called my grandma the Energizer Bunny.
Oh my God, I can swear that's what that said.
I gave her that nickname because of how many children she lost, and she lost both of her husbands, and she lived to be 89, and, you know, she made it through all that without giving up.
Right, right.
And to me, that was like Energizer Bunny, just kept going and going. And
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you hear your grandson talking? Sounds like I sure do.
that's what I thought.
You thought so?
Robbie, the next draw.
How many children did you have? Gary, are you here to help the spirits come through? Show them what to do. Sound like my fault or I don't know, or I saw. Is there any messages you want to give to your grandson?
Can you tell your grandson you love him?
This is the time to come through, Grandma.
Yep, now's the time for your voice to be heard.
Oh, it's really spiky red right now.
It is? Oh my God, yeah, I see it through there. Holy cow. And the computer don't make it go off either. We've tried it on different things just to see what will make it go off. The phones will, but other things like this don't.
Can you tell your grandson you're proud of him?
Grandma, if you don't know how to do this, just follow Gary. Gary will show you how to come through.
Yes, you should see Gary. He's another spirit that will be right here with you. Sounded like it. He's here. Said he's here. Is he showing you what to do? There's a couple messages your grandson would like to hear from you. Do you know what they are?
The night before my grandmother, who we're speaking to now, Marion, passed away, I was actually with her for 3.5 hours by myself at the nursing home. We all knew that she ended up having a minor stroke in 2011. And then, actually, 2010 she had a minor stroke, and then January of 2011 she had a major stroke, and that's what she just kind of depleted from there. And the night before she passed away, which nobody knew when she was going to go, we were all at my aunt and uncle's house, and I asked everybody if I can go there by myself to spend a little time with her. I didn't, and like I said, no, I didn't know, nobody knew that she was going to pass away the next day.
Right.
So I went there and I sat there with her, and I had all the nurses coming in saying, you know, what a great grandson you are to sit here this long with her, and,
aww,
you know, talk to her. And I kept holding her hand, and I kept telling her, you know, it's okay, Grandpa's with you, Grandpa's waiting for you. It's okay if you need to go. You know, and I kept reassuring her that we're all still up. We're all still good for her.
Sometimes they will hang on until somebody tells them it's okay to go.
Yes, we've seen that a lot in our own family, you know, that Did you see your grandson do all that? Do you acknowledge that? Can you say yes or no, please? Sounds like he was a very good grandson.
Yeah, every time on my lunch break, where I used to work, I would actually go see her in the nursing home. I'd spend my lunch break with her.
Aw, see, that's so sweet.
Well, my grandsons are good to me.
I was just going to say, I hope my grandsons do that for me.
Me
One
too.
day I'm taking care of them. They better be taking care of me one day.
No. How about...
She was always fussy. She really didn't want to eat her food, but, I would sit there with her, and she'd be like, well, are you hungry? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm here, with you, to spend my lunch hour with her. So.
You want to give you her food.
That's very sweet. Yeah, very sweet. Okay, so grandmother, let's see.
Grandpa Bernard.
Oh, and Grandpa Bernard, are you here with us, Grandpa Bernard?
That's her husband.
And you died at 42 years old. That's awfully young. Are you with us? Can you give us a message, please? Can you let us know that you're here?
This one's going good. I'm going to text the other girl and tell her 15 minutes later.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear that? It said hey.
I'll be back. I'm going to text the other girl and tell them later because this one's going too good to stop.
Yeah, I know, yeah. If they go really good like this is, we're going to keep it going, if we're getting good stuff, so.
I'll tell her about 10:20.
Okay.
I know. One thing I want to say, I know people say you shouldn't play with the Ouija board. And I know that. In 2008, one of my ex-fiancés and I, we went in her bedroom. She had a Ouija board, and I was very skeptical with it.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of bad things about it, but I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So we went in her bedroom, shut all the lights off, put candles on, and we started playing. Well, I started asking questions that that I knew that she didn't know. And it started going around, giving the answers.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought, okay, I need to ask something I don't know and that she doesn't know, so, it can kind of confirm. And, I kept asking, who's here, and then it came out that my Grandpa Bernard was with us.
Oh, wow.
And then I asked, where are you? And the Ouija board said, I'm sitting next to you. Which he was sitting on the bed next to me. And then the one question I asked to confirm that it was him, I said, what year, date, and month were you and my grandmother married? Now, I didn't know that date at that point. And it gave the date, and we said goodbye on the Ouija board, and I instantly called my father. Now, my father has their wedding picture. On the back of their wedding picture has the date that they were married, the day, the month, and year they were married. And I called my father, and I asked him, I said, can you pull that picture out and tell me the date? And he pulled that out, and he gave the exact date.
Wow.
So that gave me, I haven't played it since then because it was kind of like, it kind of gave me those chills, like, wow, he came through, but.
Yeah. I know, I don't particularly care for him either. I had some bad experiences with him when I was younger, but I did go, I don't know if you saw that video with a friend of mine he's also into the paranormal investigating. He had a haunted Ouija board, and he wanted me to come to his house, and me and Marie went over there, and it was originally going to be him and his wife doing the Ouija board, and we were going to be filming them, because I didn't want to touch it. But their baby in the other room was getting sick, like bad. The babysitter was in the other room with the baby, but the mother kept having to leave. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there on the floor going, oh my God, I'm gonna have to touch this thing. But he ended up selling it the next day as a haunted Ouija board on eBay or something, because it was a haunted Ouija board. He had bought it that way, and he wanted to play around with it, and I'm like, not too fond of Ouija boards, but it's interesting. Everybody's got their own thing, I don't know. I've heard so many things about them,
Just from watching your one-on-one sessions with everybody else, I see a lot come through, and this is more confirming to me than a Ouija board ever could be.
Because you can hear the actual words, that's, to me, because when I played the Ouija board, I just felt kind of like maybe the hands could be moving it, and I don't know. This, there's no doubt about it. You hear clear, I get some clear EVPs, and I know a lot of people complain about the noise. I hear that all the time. Like, I don't, if I don't have it loud enough, can't hear it. But, I gotta have it, you're gonna hear the static. I'm gonna try to get that, I'm gonna get that Obulus soon. I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna play around with that one and use that one as well. But I really like that. I don't care if it's noisy or not. I get some good EVPs out of this thing. But, let's see. Who else with us still? I noticed it hasn't said nothing since we've been talking. Now watch it start talking again. Okay, grandmother, Marion, are you still here? Grandpa Bernard? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like they let us talk. There wasn't nothing coming through. I think it said I'm here. Alice, you still here?
Grandma Achterberg, if you have anything, any last words to say for your children and the rest of the family, so on Saturday when I show them this video, they can all be happy and confirm, that you're doing okay on the other side and you're happy, and just want to give them some confirmation that you love them all and you miss them. We surely all love you.
Did you hear that, Alice?
This will be interesting to hear it all back.
I know, I always look forward to doing these videos and listening to this back. I'll stay up all night long sometimes doing these videos. Like last night I didn't get to bed till 5 in the morning. I slept till like noon today. Marie tried to get me up early but to work out, but I just wasn't having it. I was like, I gotta go back to bed. What's it look like in heaven? Can you tell us? A lot of people want to know that. What's it look like in heaven? Can you, any of you spirits tell us? Beautiful. It's what it sounded like. Is that what you think you heard?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I get that response all the time. Beautiful. Can you, Alice, can you tell me what date you died? Just to confirm this is you. Can you tell us what date of this, the month that you died?
Yep,
Very faint. Very faint. You hear that? It was faint, but it was there. 18th.
Yep, I heard
Sometimes
that
those numbers are hard for them to really get it out there, and I could hear it big time, yes. Wow.
What time did you exactly pass away, Grandma, on the 18th?
Seven o'clock or 7 or...
I said 6 o'clock. She died at 6.
Was it? It was probably a 6 then. Wow. You could hear the o'clock part big time.
Yep. Grandma, what 2 children were there by your side when you passed away? What were their names? What were your 2 daughters' names that were there by your side when you passed away, Grandma?
There's something that came through.
If it said Lori, that was my aunt. That was one of my aunts. And
Lori?
there was one more that was next.
What about Dot?
Well.
I thought I heard a dot, but I don't know. Is there a dot?
My Aunt Denise was there with her as well.
Okay. I heard a D, the D word, so I'm not sure exactly. It sounded like dot, but we'll see. Can you tell us what they did? I don't know if you said it earlier, but tell us what they did after you passed. Oh, Oh my God.
Oh my God, I heard that.
Did you hear that?
Open window.
Oh wow, I get the cold chills. That's awesome though. Wow. Not in a bad way. It's in a good way. You know, it's nice to hear them come through like this. Wow. Are you okay now? They want to know that you're okay now and that you're at peace.
Grandma, can you tell everybody that you love us?
Might have been.
It might have been
Yes.
I love you. I kind of heard.
I heard the I love and then the you came afterwards because I heard something. Sometimes there's that pause in between and then is that what you just said?
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just heard something. Yeah. Is that what you think you heard? I did.
Good.
We can do this again sometime and communicate with so you can communicate with your family. How's that sound? It's like a phone call from heaven. Is that okay with you? This goes for all of you.
To both of my grandma and my grandfather.
Yeah.
I miss you all and I love you all so much.
Can you tell your grandson you love him and that you're proud of him? Okay, go ahead. Sound like yes.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
And what else? Can you?
Neither one of my grandparents had a mean bone in their body at all.
Really?
They were all, yeah. They were nothing but love.
Aww.
I mean, it was so warming seeing both of them. I mean, it was just, you never felt unwelcome. It was always just open arms and nothing but warm love.
That's awesome.
So,
that's how our mother was. Yeah, she was very loving, liked everybody. Yeah. She died when I was 23 and she was 21. Both of our parents died 4 days apart. We were young.
Yeah, my grandmother that just passed away in the 18th, her husband, well, it's her ex-husband, but he passed away in December.
Oh, okay.
Right before
Christmas.
I lost my grandfather last Christmas.
Oh.
And then his ex-wife, she just passed away not even a month later.
Wow.
So I lost all my grandparents now,
But you know, you're lucky to have had them this long, you know. We didn't have any grandparents growing up. Well, we had a grandmother, but we never seen her, you know, and she died when I was probably 26, 27, something like that. So, and it was just the one grandparent, that was it. But we'd seen her maybe once every 3 or 4 years. It's we have kind of a distant family, you know. We're all close, like her and I and my daughter and all the kids and her daughter and our other sister. But a lot of our family is just, we're like...
We don't have much left, really.
We don't.
Look, I'm really blurry.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we probably should call that other lady here. Ooh, what'd that say? Did you hear that?
I didn't catch that, no.
Any last messages for your grandson? Any of you can speak.
I know it may be hard to come through that spirit box, but allow Gary to show you how to do it.
Yes, Gary's our spirit guide. He can show you how to do it. Just ask him and he'll walk you right through it. He's learned how to use it quite well.
This is your opportunity, Grandma and Grandpa, to come through and let us all know how everything's going and letting us know that you're looking over us and that you're still with us every day.
Sound like always will, I think.
Either that or I am.
Yeah. Yeah, once I listen back, I'll be able to hear it better. Ooh. What'd that say?
That'll be interesting to hear.
That'll be interesting to hear. That sounds like my son's voice. It did.
Are you guys all together?
You guys all together now in one big happy place? Did you all see God when you died? Oh, I don't know, but I can't wait to hear that back. Okay, you continue to watch over the family, watch over your grandson, and Alice, you rest in peace. You just recently passed, and I'm so sorry, but I know that you're in a better place, and I know that your family knows that too. But still continue to show them that you're around. Give them signs.
Be there on Saturday.
Yes, give them signs to give them peace of mind, knowing that you're still around, like maybe feathers or...
Opening the cabinets.
Yeah, anything that you can to let them know. They're not afraid. You go ahead and do it. They're not going to be afraid of that. They want to know that you're still around. So show them. Give them signs. And we can do this again. Does that sound good? Do it. Did you hear that? Do it. I'm sorry, go ahead. I just heard do it.
Grandma Alice, if you can give us some sign on Saturday that you're there with us, that would be awesome.
Yes. Do something to... Which one? Or which... Huh? I don't know either. I can't wait to hear that back too. I'll make sure this gets done before
Yours will be
Saturday.
done first because you were first on the list.
Yeah.
Even though we did the other guy because we got the time mixed up.
I'll do yours
will be done
first. Yeah. Wow. And do you mind if I put your last name on, or just you want your first name on?
You
Can?
You
Okay.
can put my last name.
Okay. All right, well, guys, we would love to sit here all night and talk to you spirits, the family of Robert, but we got to move on to somebody else. But we're going to do this again soon. We'll do this again soon with you if you want.
This was amazing. I
know.
Thank you greatly.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just know how much peace it gives, and I love giving other people that same peace.
I just heard I love you.
I think I heard.
I love you. Yeah, I did too.
It's like they know we're leaving.
Grandma
I just.
Alice and Grandma Mary and Grandpa Bernard, I love you all. We all miss you. Thank you for coming through, giving us all peace of mind. And Grandma Alice, I know your daughters and sons will all be happy on Saturday to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell your grandson goodbye?
Bye, Robert.
Really?
I think I heard bye, Robert, but I can't say.
I heard something, Robert.
Yeah, I think he said bye, Robert. I think.
Wow.
Wow. I cannot wait to do this video.
It's the first one you're going to do.
It is.
This is going to be good. I'm excited.
I get excited just doing these videos. It's hard to get me away from the computer except to go to the bathroom or grab a drink or something, and I'm right back at that computer. All right, well, bye-bye, everybody. Bye, Spirit World. Thank you for coming through for us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, and make sure you show them signs.
Well, this thing's going off again, too.
Is it? Make sure you give them signs, Alice, that you're there Saturday, okay?
Well, they don't want to give up.
I know.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for what?
Thanks for everything.
Oh, my
God. Did you hear that?
Said something else.
Oh. And I almost turned it off, right? Oh, my God.
It looks...
Every time we go to turn it off, I hear something else. Thanks for everything. That was so clear.
Yep.
Oh my! I mean, it sure is what it sounded like. Wow. Very good. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Robert loves you, and so does everybody else. Loves all of you. We'll talk to you again soon. Be ready, okay?
It's a really good one. And we enjoyed this
man.
one, so if you ever want to do it again, we'll
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, we can do it again in a couple weeks or something if you want, or a month.
Well, I have,
or...
it'd have to be at least a month because I have so many people on my list.
Oh, okay.
I want to do all the people on my list before I do repeats.
Well, you go ahead and book him now, or unless you want to wait.
I can put you on the...
I mean, we could do it.
Yeah, I'll get
that
you
way
on
you're
there.
already booked in there, and then she'll send you like a reminder email or whatever. And
I'll get you in there.
that way you're in there, because it would be kind of interesting to do it again, especially once we put this together and we see what was said, and then go back and do another follow-up one. That would be awesome, and I would love to do that with you. You've been really pleasant, and
it was a very strong EVP session. I'm excited to hear it back on YouTube.
I can't wait. I know, and we're getting a lot of views. Not as many as we'd like, of course, but I'm sure it'll get there.
I have
Once
22,
people start realizing, what we're doing, and we're doing this to try to help people. I want to be able to help people. I get dislikes on those things. It's like
I don't understand why.
I don't either. It's like, who would dislike something like that?
I watch, as you probably know, I comment on everybody's EVP session. I just think it's amazing how, all these people are getting some kind of closure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Why anybody would dislike it, it just kind of seems like, there's always going to be haters out there, but, this is somebody's loved one.
I know.
How can you hate against somebody's loved one coming through?
I know. It really irritates me really bad. I'd like to know who's doing the dislikes, because I swear I'd like to just choke them or something.
Don't put that on the camera.
Why not?
Video.
I don't care. I would, because it's just not right. I mean, they disliked the one where my grandson saw my son at his grave. There's like a few dislikes on that. Who would dislike that? My grandson can see dead people. He saw his father at the grave, and I have it all caught on camera where he actually seen my son at the grave as I'm doing an EVP session. Who in the heck is going to dislike that? Other than haters, people that are just maybe jealous that they can't, that they're not doing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
I just find it disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful. It really is. It just. But you know what? I'm not gonna let it. It used to get to me really bad. It don't any. It bothers me a little bit. Yeah. But you know what? They're not changing my YouTube channel because it's growing. We're getting 100 subscribers a day. So for those little people that we're having to block here and there, well, you know what? We might have to block a couple of idiots, but we're going to get 100 the next day, so 100 loyal, good people. So believe in what we do.
You guys deserve it.
Well, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody comes and subscribes to the G Team.
All right, thank you.
Oh my gosh. I mean...
Yes, thank you. And if you want to give a shout out to Omar, he's going to watch this video, so you want to say something to him, go ahead.
I want to thank you, Omar, for that live stream right after Christmas. It was because of that live stream that brought me to the G Team, and I want to thank you for being such loyal to your fans, because you do retweet my tweets, and you do comment back, and that to me is a genuine YouTuber that keeps in touch with his fans. And, for bringing all of us together to the G Team to give me this opportunity from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to...
Shout out, Omar.
He'll probably write you about that. He'll probably write you back on this video about that.
Yeah, I sent him your text message or your email from the other day. It was a touching email.
Yeah.
You'd mentioned something about him in it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was really nice seeing your face and putting a face with the name. We like that. It's nice, because we see all these people's names and we talk to them. So being able to do this is also putting us in contact with people like you. We actually now when I see your name, I'm like, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. We put the name with the face, or face with the name. Did I say that wrong?
Oh my. Okay, Dory.
The silliness is coming out now. It's getting late. I need some more coffee and Pepsi.
got you on the back of the list, which is 22 more people, but it'll be about a month or maybe 2 months.
Okay.
But you can still keep up with us on there, and come on our live streams on Tuesday nights at 9. Tomorrow night. Oh gosh, yeah, that's right.
I know.
We gotta figure out what we're doing, but
we don't know what we're doing.
We hardly ever do.
You ever come to Florida? Come check us out.
Yeah.
Come out, do something with us.
I would love to.
Yeah, do that. I got a nice camper outside. You can camp out in my camper. It's for company. Well, we go camping in it, but it's a nice RV. So yeah, come down to Florida and visit us. We'll all go out with Omar. We'll go dumpster diving with Omar.
I love that. My sister does that too, so.
It's a lot of fun. We grew up in a family that did that kind of stuff.
But we were embarrassed. We hid in the truck. We ducked down.
We would hide. We were so embarrassed. We would hide.
The things you know is amazing that what people just throw away. They throw away money.
Yes, they do. They do. Yeah. All right. Well, you take care and you have a good night.
Yep. And you know how long this will be before this will be up on YouTube then? Or?
Couple of days, probably for yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on this one fast. I want to get this one out.
She'll start it tomorrow, so probably by Wednesday.
I may start it tonight when I go home. What time is it? Yeah, well, I may start on it tonight. At least get it started until I can't hold my eyes open anymore, and then I'll try to finish it tomorrow. And
she goes to bed at 4:30 in the morning, so she'll be on it tonight.
Okay.
I will.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, take care. Nice to meet you.
All right, bye-bye. Peace. Bye-bye.
These are the days